there, big sis. How are things these days? You doing all right?
Wow, Elena. I wasn't expecting to hear from you today. I'm just about the same as I always am. What about you?
Yeah, that's actually the thing I wanted to talk to you about. To make a long story short, I'm really sick and I need to find a kidney donor.
What in the world? You need a kidney? What happened? Are you okay?
Well, for now, I'm doing pretty alright, considering, but the doc said that if something doesn't change very soon, then I could be looking at a sudden turn for the worse. And by worse, I mean way worse. Like, as in if I don't get a kidney donor in time, then I'm going to be out of time, as in dead. I don't want to die, though, so please, Sophie, I'm begging you, give me one of your kidneys.
This is all very, very sudden. Despite all that's happened between us, you are my sister, and I want to help you if I can, but let me think about this, okay?
You don't want to do it, do you? You don't want to give me your kidney! Sophie, I am your only sister in the whole world! You're all I have!
I know that, Elena, but I'm telling you, this isn't a decision that I'm going to be able to make on my own. I'm going to have to talk to my husband about this before I move forward.
Oh, sure. You'll talk about it, huh? I don't have time for you to have a pleasant little conversation with your husband. I am dying, in case I didn't make that clear enough. I mean, half of your body is already useless anyway. What difference is it gonna make if you give me one of your kidneys? I really don't get why you're hesitating to literally save the life of your own little sister. Don't tell me. You're not still upset about that, are you? You know, the car accident that left you in a wheelchair? Come on, it's been 3 years since then. You need to get over it already.
Are you seriously telling me to just get over it? The accident that put me in this wheelchair wasn't just an accident. You were driving drunk and hit me with your car. And it wasn't just my legs that were affected either. Ever since then, even my left arm doesn't quite work the way I'd like it to. So you're not in any position to come to me and demand that I get over it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a poor choice of words. But I'm pretty desperate over here, Sophie. I need to get an answer from you either way as soon as possible.
And it's like I told you before, this isn't something that I can decide so suddenly. I need time. I'm gonna talk to Martin about this, so you're just going to have to wait for me.
All right, whatever. Take your time. I hope I don't need to tell you this, but finding a kidney donor is not an easy thing to do. So make sure you keep that in mind while making your decision, okay?
I will. Hey, Martin, about what time are you gonna get done with work today?
Things are going pretty smoothly today. I should be able to leave the office around 6. Is something going on? You don't usually message me at work. I'm on break right now, so if you need to talk, I'm all ears. Or, well, this is a conversation by text, so I'm all thumbs, I guess?
I just got a message from Elena. She tells me that she's really sick and that she needs a kidney transplant.
Holy cow, seriously? Is she gonna be okay?
She says that she's doing fine for the time being. I'm not too knowledgeable about that stuff, but I looked it up online, and I guess family members are usually the best donor candidates. If she just gets put on the donor waiting list, then it could be a long time before she gets one, and if that happens, there's no telling if she'll be able to get one in time.
I see. What are you thinking, Sophie? Do you want to give her a kidney?
Honestly, I'm not sure. She is my sister, so I feel like donating my kidney to her would be the morally correct decision. But then she sent this text to me. I mean, half of your body is already useless anyway. What difference is it gonna make if you give me one of your kidneys? And that was a pretty big shock, needless to say.
Oh my god, she actually said that to you? Like verbatim? I can't believe it! Doesn't she realize that donating a kidney makes life harder for the donor? And not to mention, I hate to bring this up right now, but Elena is the person who's responsible for putting you in that wheelchair.
Oh yeah, she brought that up herself. Apparently, she thinks that enough time has passed and I should just get over it.
You have got to be kidding me. After everything we've done for her, and all in spite of everything she's done to you.
I'm basically the only family she has in this world, so she probably feels like she can do whatever she wants to me. But I don't know how much more of this I can take. I don't know, maybe I should just give her my kidney. After all, I haven't forgotten what Mom and Dad said to me. Does hesitating to help her make me a bad person?
Not in the slightest. You've already suffered more than enough for Elena's sake. There's not one thing more that you need to do for her. And it's not like anyone has to become a donor just because they're potentially compatible. I'm gonna talk to Elena about all of this personally. You can leave it to me. So no matter what happens, there's nothing that you need to feel bad about.
Thanks, Martin. It's really reassuring to hear you say that.
You are an evil, soulless, inhumane, uncaring, unfeeling monster, Sophie! Martin just talked to me, and he said that you don't want to give me your kidney. So that's how you feel about me, huh? You don't even care if I suffer and die?
That is not what I'm saying, and you know it. All that I'm saying is that I've already lost the use of my legs and partial use of my left arm. I don't want to take on any more health risks.
What risks do you even have? You're stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. What do you think is gonna happen? You fall out of your wheelchair and damage your other kidney? Give me a break. I, however, am perfectly healthy other than my stupid kidneys. You should be prioritizing my health, not yours.
That's it. I'm not taking this anymore, Elena. You are the reason I'm in this wheelchair. This is your fault. You were plastered drunk, then tried to get into your car and drive off. So, being a sane individual, I tried to stop you. You thought you put the car in reverse to back out of the driveway, but instead put it into drive and stepped on the gas, crushing my legs against the wall. And then you ran off until you were sober, so there was no way to prove that you were driving drunk, so you didn't even get charged for it. I don't know what I would be doing right now if it weren't for Martin. I'll never be able to live on my own for the rest of my life thanks to you. Do you have any idea the kind of suffering that you've caused me?
I don't know, and I don't care. You said it yourself. You've got Martin to help you, so I don't see what you're complaining about. Anyway, we're not talking about you right now. We're talking about me. If you just give me your kidney, then I'll be able to live a perfectly normal life. I can go wherever I want and do whatever I want, just like I always have. So I don't have time to listen to your whining about ancient history.
What are you saying, Elena? That I should give up my life in order for you to live yours?
Yeah, basically. You barely have any life to give up anymore, though.
Okay, then. If that's the way you're going to be, then you've left me no choice.
You got that right! You don't have a choice! Now quit all your whining and moaning and sign the consent form so I can get your kidney. It's about time you finally acted like a big sister for me.
I don't need any sister who's willing to treat me like you have, Elena. As far as I'm concerned, I'm an only child from now on.
Ha! Nice try, but you're not gonna be able to get rid of me so easily. We've been sisters from the day we were born, and there's not a thing that you can do about it. I'll go ahead and tell the doctors that you're gonna do it the next time I go for a checkup. I bet you're gonna have to sign some paperwork, so I'll send it to you as soon as I get it. Sign it as quickly as possible, got it? I want that kidney inside of me by the end of the month. I just got back from the hospital. The doctor said that you're gonna need to come with me to my next appointment. I guess they gotta check to see if your kidney is in good shape or not.
I'm sorry, did I miss something? I never once said that I would give you my kidney.
Yeah, I know you're acting like a spoiled little brat about the whole thing, but while you are throwing a tantrum, my condition is getting worse and worse.
I thought I made it clear that I want nothing to do with you anymore.
And I thought I made it clear that you cannot say no to me.
It seems that you don't understand just how serious I am about this. I've been at work for the last few days getting everything I need ready to finally cut all ties with you. Before too much longer, you will officially no longer be my sister.
You can't possibly be serious. You're not gonna be my sister anymore? But you're my only sister. You're my only family.
The way you spoke to me the other day made it very clear to me. We might be connected by blood, sure, but you have never thought of me as your sister. And if that's the case, then I have no choice but to reciprocate. This conversation is over, Elena. There is nothing that you can say or do to get me to change my mind. I will not give you my kidney.
So you just want me to die, huh? Is that it?
I don't really care what happens to you anymore. That's the exact same way you feel about me, isn't it? You don't care about me or my health. You just want my kidney. I wish you the best of luck in finding a kidney donor for yourself. Even if you don't find one, though, that's no concern of mine.
You're the worst! Like, seriously, do you not even have a freaking soul? You heartless bitch! I'm gonna tell Martin about this.
Go ahead and whine to him if you'd like. But you should know, he's helping me out a lot in my efforts to cut ties with you. He's on my side, no matter what you say, so you'll only be wasting your time.
So then it's official. You want me to die. You think I deserve to die.
I don't think about you at all, actually.
God damn it! What am I supposed to do now then? If you're not gonna give me a kidney, then who will? I already tried asking around to our relatives and they all told me that they weren't gonna do it.
What did you expect them to say? We've never had much of a relationship with our extended family. Did you think they would be willing to become a donor for a niece or cousin they barely know? And all that they do know about you is bad. Everyone knows that your drunk driving is what put me in this wheelchair. So exactly what reason would they have to want to help you out in such a self-sacrificial way?
No way! They're still not over that either! I only hit one person. It's not like I'm a murderer.
Yeah, and it's a miracle that I didn't die. Plus, if you had actually gotten on the road, you very easily could have injured or killed a lot of people, and you still have absolutely zero remorse for what you did. You want to tell me that I don't have a soul? What about you, Elena? What sort of condition is your soul in?
Shut up, Sophie! I don't have to take this lecture from you. You're not Mom. Whatever. I'm done talking to you. I'm just gonna have Martin get after you for me. I know he's gonna take my side, and he is gonna be really pissed when I tell him about you.
Oh, I think he'll be pissed all right, but not at me.
Martin! Sophie is being mean to me. I've tried asking nicely so many times, but she still won't agree to give me her kidney. Us three have been good friends ever since we were kids, right? Don't you think you can get her to help me? For old time's sake?
Sorry, Elena, but you're gonna have to go elsewhere.
Martin, no! I know my sister is a heartless scumbag, but I thought you were a good guy. Don't you care about whether I live or die?
Listen, Elena, we had fun playing together when we were kids. We lived close to each other in a small town, so there weren't many other kids around. But right now, Sophie is the most important person in my life. I have to think about what's best for her.
You know, I was wondering about this when you got married, but what do you even see in her? She's a real downer, not even very pretty, and she's wheelchair-bound forever. Plus, the whole car accident thing was 3 years ago. Don't you think it's insane that she's still mad at me for that?
It's not your place to tell Sophie how she should feel about that.
Seriously, come on! Why are you taking her side? She's a freaking invalid! What good does it do you to stick up for her?
That freaking invalid you're referring to is my wife, and I love her. Don't you dare insult her like that to me again, Elena!
Ugh, fine! God, you all suck! You know what? I think I just might go ahead and tell your company about all this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna tell them that Sophie won't give me her kidney and you are backing her up. Your reputation is gonna be ruined. Your career is over.
You've never been particularly smart, but now it seems like you've just plain gone insane, Elena. It's creepy to see you acting like this.
You know what's creepy for me? Having my sister and brother-in-law sentence me to death.
Maybe you're not stupid or insane. Maybe you're just plain evil. I used to think of you as something like my little sister, but lately Sophie's been telling me things about you that I never knew. Apparently you were an absolute monster to her all throughout your childhood. You'd punch her, kick her, and scratch her like it was nothing. You'd constantly ridicule her and destroy her things. And that time back in high school when someone was spreading rumors about her, that was you? She didn't go to school for a week because of those rumors.
What's the big deal? I didn't do anything wrong, so I told a few jokes about her. It's not my fault people believed them. It's her fault for being such a loser that people thought I was telling the truth.
I can't believe that even with all the time we spent together as kids, I never realized what a sociopath you were. In retrospect, it should have been perfectly obvious. Well, I can't do anything about what you've done to Sophie in the past, but I absolutely can protect her from you from this moment on. I will not allow you to hurt her any more than you already have, and I definitely will not allow you to take one of her kidneys.
What do you think you are? Some kind of superhero? Some hero you are. You're literally murdering me in order to protect your precious little Sophie. I had no idea that you were this kind of person, Martin.
I don't care what kind of person you think I am. And another thing, we've been sending you money for living expenses ever since you started going to college. But since we're cutting off all ties with you, that's all coming to an end.
What? No! You cannot do that! I need that money! I just bought an adorable new high-end handbag the other day. I'm broke! Plus, I don't even have a job right now. You can't take away my allowance.
You're a grown woman, Elena. Act like one. You're just gonna have to take care of yourself from now on. Besides, I know you and Sophie both got a lot of money from your parents' life insurance policies when they died. What happened to that money?
What do you think? I spent it all already. All I got was a couple $100,000. It barely lasted me a month.
You got several $100,000, and it only lasted a month? I'm at a loss for words. I'll have you know, other than the money she used on medical expenses after you hit her with your car, she hasn't touched a penny of that money. And another thing, I was opposed to giving you any money at all from the get-go, but Sophie was insistent that she wanted to do it to support you, so I agreed. And now that Sophie says she wants to cut you off, I no longer have any need or desire to continue supporting your lifestyle.
But how am I supposed to pay my medical bills? If you want to cut me off, then fine. But at least give me a decent chunk of change to live on until I can figure something else out.
Do you still not get it? We're done with you! Finished! It's over! We're not gonna give you any support ever again!
Then who's gonna pay for my treatments?
You! Is that clear? Now never contact either me or Sophie ever again!
Come on! I don't have a donor. I don't have any money. What am I supposed to do now? I called her aunts and uncles. They said no. I called her cousins. They said no. I don't get it. Why won't anyone help me?
I thought Martin told you never to contact us again.
Yeah, he did, but still, I just have no idea what I should do from now on. I don't want to die before I'm 30. Please, Sophie, I'm begging you. You have to help me. I'm sorry about what happened 3 years ago. I'll do anything you ask me to do if you'll forgive me. You want me to get on my knees and say I'm sorry?
If you did that, would it give me back the use of my legs?
Well...
If you apologized, will that give me back the future that you stole from me? No, it won't, will it? You are far, far too late for apologies, Elena. Absolutely nothing will get better for me, even if you give me the most heartfelt apology in history. You know I always dreamed about being an artist. You know how hard I worked to achieve that dream. I even applied to and got accepted to one of the best art schools in the country. I was on my way to finally launching my art career, and then you put me in this wheelchair. Not only that, I have permanent nerve damage in my left arm. So, all that I have to work with is my right arm. And before you ask, yes, it is far more difficult to draw with the use of only one arm. My dream vanished in an instant, all because you just had to drive drunk. I still managed to find work as an illustrator, which is something, I guess, but it's not the future that I planned for myself. It seems like every night I dream about having my legs and left arm back, painting a beautiful picture on a giant canvas. And then I wake up. It's like you hit me with your car again every morning, but you don't feel any remorse at all for what you did. I've had to keep all my anger bottled up ever since that day, but I can't hold it in anymore.
But Sophie, if you are really so mad at me for all this time, then why have you been supporting me? Why didn't you just kick me to the curb back then when it happened?
It was for Mom and Dad, Elena. Mom, in particular, always told me that I need to do my best to be a good, supportive big sister for you. One of the last things she said to me before she died was that I make sure to take care of you. So, after she died, I promised myself that I would support you in whatever way I could. That's why, no matter what awful things you said or did to me, I always treated you like my dear little sister. But this time, you've gone too far, Elena. You were always family to me, but I was nothing to you. I was nothing but a tool that you could use whenever you needed, then thrown away like trash. Now that I can clearly see how you feel about me, I'm done with you. Mom told me to watch out for my little sister, and I did just that for all these years. But now, you're not my little sister anymore.
So that's it then? I'm not your sister anymore? You're just gonna throw me aside like yesterday's garbage? You don't care what's gonna happen to me?
That's exactly right. Also, in a short while, we're not even going to be in the country anymore.
Wait, what? You're leaving the country?
That's right. Martin's company offered him a very lucrative promotion that required him to move to the UK, and he took it. We've already sent a lot of our stuff to our new house that the company is providing for us. As of right now, he's only set to be over there for a few years, but there is a high probability that they'll want him to stay at the end of the contract. Which means, in all likelihood, we're never going to move back to America again.
You can't do that! We're sisters, Sophie! You're all that I have! None of our other relatives want anything to do with me! If you and Martin move to the other side of the world, then I'm gonna be totally alone!
Yeah, that's very likely to be the case. And it sucks for you, but it's not either of our problems anymore. After all, we're not sisters anymore. We're not family anymore. Really, I wish that I could erase your existence from my memory entirely. All you ever think about is yourself and how you can use the people close to you for your own benefit. And I'm not gonna let you use me anymore.
Sophie, please.
Do you remember what you said to me the other day? You said that as long as I gave you my kidney, everything in your life would go back to normal. The problem is, though, I don't think you even know what normal is anymore. Ever since you hit me with your car, your life has been spiraling deeper and deeper into chaos. You couldn't hold down a job anymore. You lost your friends. Even our relatives turned on you. So, if getting my kidney means you go back to normal, then your life would still be over in a few years anyway.
How can you say such horrible things to me?
All I'm doing is throwing your own words right back at you. If you think what I'm saying to you is terrible, then you have no one to blame but yourself. Anyway, we'll be setting off for the UK within the next few days. We'll be getting new cell phones over there and getting rid of these, so I don't think we'll ever see or hear from each other again.
Don't leave me behind, Sophie! Take me with you!
Give it up, Elena. Nothing is going to change my mind. I never want to see you again. If you want help, go find a charity or something. I'm sure the people there would be much more willing to help you out than I am. If that doesn't work, you can always write "Need Kidney Donor" on a cardboard box and stand downtown.
Don't do this! Please give me your kidney!
Goodbye, Elena.
Hey, Sophie, I'm on my way home now.
Be careful. Try not to get on the wrong train and wind up at Hogwarts.
Very funny. What is that, the 100th time you've made that joke? Anyway, I've got the day off tomorrow. What do you think about taking a little walk through town? There's a gorgeous little park a ways down the street, and it's wheelchair accessible. Maybe you could dust off your old sketchbook. I'll pack up all your stuff in my backpack and bring a folding table that you can draw on.
Would you do that for me? That sounds wonderful. I've been doing nothing but digital artwork for so long, it'll be refreshing to draw by hand again.
You know, when my company first floated the idea of sending me to the UK, I wasn't so sure about it. But now that we've been here for a few months, I know I made the right decision. You're smiling way more now than you ever did before.
Wow, am I really? I guess I didn't notice. Maybe living in our old town had too many memories of Elena. When I think about it, I had been a bit of a shut-in for quite some time before we moved, but moving over here feels like I'm getting a second chance at life. Thanks so much for taking me to this wonderful place, Martin.
Nah, you don't need to thank me. Really, I didn't have much of a choice. If I turned my bosses down, that would basically have been signing my own career's death warrant.
Don't say that. They would have found some other way to make use of a talented guy like yourself, for sure. And there's actually one more thing I need to thank you for. Thank you for helping me with Elena. You respect my wishes every step of the way, from the time when I asked you to help support her financially to when I finally decided to cut her off. Honestly, if it weren't for you, I might never have been able to free myself from her clutches. So thank you for giving me the courage I needed to stand up for myself. As much as a girl in a wheelchair can, that is.
There's that Sophie brand of humor I love so much. I know that your mom would have been proud of how much you supported Elena all these years. And not just that, I'm sure she would have approved of you cutting her off, too. It'll still take some time to get used to living in a new place, but I'm always gonna be there for you. If there's ever anything that's troubling you, let me know right away, okay?
Thanks, Martin. You're a wonderful husband. Elena kept going deeper and deeper into her contacts and trying to find someone to donate a kidney, but she never had any luck. I heard from a friend back home that she's currently on dialysis. She got classified as disabled and incapable of working, so the government is paying for most of her medical bills. But while the financial burden has been lifted somewhat, the psychological burden is taking its toll. I guess the only place she ever goes is to the hospital and the store. She's on the waiting list for a kidney donor, but it seems like it's going to be tricky to find a person who's compatible with her. No one knows when she'll be able to get the transplant, or even if she ever will. She used to go out to bars and clubs just about every night of the week, all made up and dressed to kill. But there's not even a shadow of that version of Elena left anymore. She only ever had superficial friends, so none of the people she used to hang around with come to visit her or anything. She just spends her days alone in her house and hooked up to a machine at the hospital. As for myself, moving to the UK was the absolute best thing that's ever happened to me. I still do my job as an illustrator, and I also go out with Martin to do some sketching around town in our free time. I started posting my sketches on the internet, and they actually gained a lot of attention. In fact, they even gained the attention of the CEO of one of the largest animation production companies in the country. He said that he wants me to work on the background art production for his company's next big film. I was thinking about turning him down at first, but after some much-needed encouragement from my husband, I agreed to take the job. When I think about millions of people all watching my art on the big screen, I get so excited it makes me want to start dancing. I want to start dancing, but, you know, wheelchair and all.